Good afternoon, class. My name is Gabe Lewis, and I'm going to go over my sources and my thesis, basically, for this paper. So I'm just going to jump right in, talk about my sources. The first one is a German immigrant who moves here. She's relatively young, and she's looking for work. Most of her family has already moved here to the United States, and they help her out. They find her a job, and basically her book is just her young adult life and from job to job, and how there's a lot of opportunity in America, and she does very well for herself. So, I mean, it's a good aspect of showing how Germans weren't persecuted at all, how they had a lot of opportunity to find jobs and to grow. Her family helped her out. Then we jump to a Scottish man, Richard, and he does not have the same experience. He's very poor. He comes here also because some of his family is here, and they recommend coming to the United States because there is more opportunity. But he does not find that here. He does not get help from his family. He can't find work. He goes from different towns looking for jobs, looking for places to stay and live. One bad thing happens after another. He hates it, tries Canada, does not like it, and then eventually returns back to Scotland because his immigration just did not work out. I mean, a totally different aspect of what the first German girl, Angie's, had compared to Richard, and it really shows the contrast of, I mean, opportunity can change depending on your situation and circumstances. The third one is an Irish immigrant who comes to America and interviews many Irish immigrants and how they're doing. And I know in our lectures we hear a lot of attack on the Catholic Irish that moved over here, but he's strongly Catholic, and this Jeremiah goes to different Catholic communities and sees that they're doing very well. They're able to practice their religion, and they're very successful. And he claims, America's helped that out. America's allowed them to have their religious beliefs and to go unhindered living the way they want to live. And they were basically pushed out of Ireland for religious beliefs, for basically mainly because they were poor, and the monarchy, the rich people, wanted them out, so they came to America. And so he has a positive outlook on American immigration, and he loves America and what it's been able to do for his kin. My last one is an Italian immigrant, and he starts off strong by saying that his Italian family, his brothers, his Italian people are being persecuted for their Italian heritage. And so he's coming out strongly, trying to explain why Italians had to move from where they were from Italy to America, their circumstances, and then he goes on and describes a lot about the Italian culture and why they are the way they are, for the purpose to be able to have those same freedoms in America. And so he doesn't have a positive outlook on immigration coming over. He thinks they're persecuted, attacked, because they're Italian. They don't have the same opportunities as other people. Now, this is again another negative outlook on immigration and coming over, and basically him and Jeremiah, Scottish, and Richard both have negative outlooks on coming over, and then they describe why they came over. They're very poor. People told them they had more opportunities in America, and then we look in contrast of the German girl and the Irish man both having positive outlooks and seeing the success of both their opportunities. And so my thesis is basically describing America is a land of liberty and freedom and promise if you're the right selected people. throughout this entire lectures we've listened to, it's been nothing but, you know, immigrants are allowed to come over. It's safe. It's okay. But if you're, you know, Chinese, it's not. If you're African American, it's not. Jewish, not okay, kind of thing. And it takes a while for America to warm up to certain nationalities and ethnic groups throughout the ages. I mean, they didn't like Irish Catholics coming over, and then they, you know, don't like Italians, and then now Mexicans. So it's very Americans are very selective on who they want to come here. It's always been that way. So in my paper, I'm going to kind of describe that, you know, it can be a promised land for certain people, and other people have had harder times, and then basically just go into detail a little bit more on those 4 sources of kind of 2 are positive, 2 are negative, and I guess that would be it. Thank you.